Oh, well, we're back again.
One way to start a podcast. Then we're going to get copyrighted off the gate, but okay.
It's okay. But hey, man, what a great week for sports.
It's a lot to talk about this week.
Tuesday, Braun breaks the record.
Beautiful shot that was, too.
And then Wednesday and Thursday morning may have been the game changer for the next 2-3 years.
You could tell by my facial reaction what I thought my team did.
But I think it's proper way to start this off with the you know what.
So Braun because he broke the record?
Braun.
Braun because he broke the record. All right, so it's East. East
6'9".
forward 6'9". He's younger than 38.
Remember, it can't be Kevin Durant.
Is it updated like that?
I have no idea. Probably.
Yeah, let's find out. We should have gone with KD first. You know what? Okay, so it's not updated. He's in the Suns.
Also, him listed as 6'10" is false.
He's 7 feet. I don't want to hear it. All right, so in the East forwards.
How tall is Bam?
Bam would be listed as center.
True.
I was gonna say Siakam.
Okay.
Oh, he's 6'8", not 6'9". Oof. Younger than 28 though.
What about Jonathan Isaac?
So I think he's tall. I think he's taller than 6'8", 6'9", but you could try it.
Ten.
All right.
Central Division.
Chris Middleton? No. He's younger than 25. I lied. So young forwards in the NBA. In the East and in the Central Division.
How old is Levine?
Nah, he's young. He's older than 25. He's pushing 30 almost.
I don't think is anyone on the Bulls? I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't be anyone on the Bulls. Patrick Williams?
That's a shout. I was actually thinking that too.
He's 6'7". He's short. All right, so Pistons, Bucks, Pacers. I'm forgetting a team. Cavs.
Isaac Okoro?
He's older than 21. I think Isaac Okoro is a bit short, but if you want to try it, but we only have 2 guesses. 3. Okay.
Damn, but we really messed up not picking KD first.
Yeah, because we threw that one out there to see if it's updated like that. It is updated like that. So okay, so let's think of potential people. So we're thinking, I think Isaac Okoro is a shout. Who's a wing for the Pacers?
Sure, Buddy Hield, but he's probably listed as a guard too.
He's probably older. He's older than 25, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere between 21 and 25. So I'm think first contract players.
Marjan Beauchamp. Wait, was it Jordan Nwora? It's probably. I mean, it could be Marjan Beauchamp for the Bucks.
Could be.
Wait, no, he just got drafted out of the G League, so it's not him.
Oh no, never mind.
Jordan Nwora. Pretty sure he's 20. This is tough.
Who's in the Pistons?
It's not Bojan.
It's not Bojan. Bojan's too old for that.
Jalen Duren?
Nah, I think he's younger than 21.
I think we should shoot the shot as Isaac Okoro.
We can shoot that shot.
He's 6'5".
Wow, he's older than 22, so we shorten the gap a little bit. 23 or 24. 23 or 24 years old. So we're thinking about to get their second contract.
This is tough. So it's not the Cavs and it's not the Bulls. So
Look at
Bucks,
us. Bucks, Pistons, Pacers.
Pacers. Like I want to say Jordan Dewara, but I know he's too young.
I get the
Damn,
feeling it's
dude, I
someone-
was literally just at the Heat Pacers game this week. How do I not?
I really think it's someone on the Pacers. I don't know why. I get that odd feeling.
It's not Aaron Neesmith. He's gonna be listed as a guard.
He's a bit shorter too.
Dude, I don't think it's anyone on the Pacers though. Not Jay Crowder. I'm trying to think who's on the Bucks. Because I literally just watched the Bucks game too last night.
Who's on the Pistons?
Damn. I mean, it might be a shout that it might be better if we just guess a team at this point.
Yeah, but that would mean
cut
we
it
have
down.
one guess. Forwards. Bro.
So this is tough, bro, because it could be a power forward or a small forward.
Just a forward. You just gotta think of someone who plays a. I mean, 6'9" in this NBA is probably a power forward.
Bobby Portis he's older than 25.
Bobby Portis, I think, is taller than 6'9".
There's this dude on the Bucks that I was watching. He's all tatted up on the right side, but I don't know his name though. At least I don't remember it.
This is embarrassing, Loki.
You just want to guess the team at this point?
Want to go with the Pacers player?
Sure. Who are you thinking?
I don't know who I'm thinking.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. It is a Pacers player.
I was right. He's 24. He's 24 fucking years old.
I'm blanking. I really am.
I'm trying to think. Who are the wings there? I know there's a wing that we're forgetting that's gonna piss me the fuck off.
Chris Duarte is too old,
No, Chris
Too
Duarte
young.
isn't him.
too young.
Chris Duarte is not him. Nope.
Benedict
Not like him.
Matherin's too young.
He's young, yeah. It's not a rookie. Jalen Smith?
He's gonna be taller than 6'9" though.
Is he?
I mean, I think so.
Jalen Smith is a good. If we had more guesses, I'd say yes, Jalen Smith, but we would have one guess.
I mean, I'm blinking. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to think about who played.
Jalen Smith was about to get his second contract, or he should be getting a second contract soon.
What year was he was drafted like 3 years ago though?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean. I mean, if it's a time range, what number is Jalen Smith?
Probably lower than probably. Let's see what numbers did we guess. Which numbers are on here? So he's.
It's gonna be higher than 67, but lower than 23.
I think Jalen Smith is taller.
I mean, we thought Patrick Williams was 6'9".
Whatever. I feel like this is gonna be so wrong. Jordan Noah!
Wow!
Really? Dude, I didn't think he was that old.
Wow. That was embarrassing. That was our first L.
Damn. Okay. So, shout out to LeBron. Broke the record. Obviously, they lost. But
Were they
NBA
really
trade-
losers?
No, I don't think so. But I think it's time to go over the trade deadline.
Oh. Okay. The Heat did nothing.
That is very, very true. The Heat did absolutely nothing. Which
You were reading the group chat, right?
yeah, it was.
Which
Which,
you were laughing.
but I did make a list though about my possible trade deadline top targets. So here we are. So my top 5 trades at the deadline. So I got a couple honorable mentions in here. So obviously, since you just brought up the Heat, oops, wrong one. Hold on. Bam. Honorable mention. I know how much Heat fans hate Dwayne Dedmon because I know we were watching the Heat Bucks game. Was that Saturday? And Dwayne Dedmon subbed into the game. He missed a layup, foul, turnover, foul, miss. Like that's literally how it. I don't know if that is exactly how it went down, but yeah, I can see I misspelled Dedmon too at the bottom, so my bad.
I feel the thing is with Dwayne Dedmon is I feel so like because the year after the bubble, we signed him looking for a backup big, and he came in really good.
Mm-hmm.
And he started off the year last year really well as well, until the injuries crept up, and he just wasn't the same player because of the injuries. The injuries took a toll on him, and I guess they just took a toll on him entirely because this year he's been playing the same way as he was playing the end of last year, and we gave him a really bad contract. At the time, it wasn't a bad contract if he played the way he played at the beginning of last year, because then it becomes a very movable piece. But you have to give up a second-round pick to get that contract off the books. That says all you need to know about how bad he was playing. He was a negative asset.
Granted, second-round picks were like
First-round
picks. This
currency. This deadline for
at this deadline they were.
Team said fuck fucking second-round picks.
I mean, honestly, like they were $100 bills just getting flown.
Bro, teams got 5 second-round picks in some trades. I was like, what
Hold
the
up.
fuck?
That trade might not go through. So
there's another trade that someone got 5 second-round picks anyways.
Oh, it was the Bucks. They gave up 5 firsts for Jay Crowder.
Yeah, seconds. That's first.
Seconds. Yeah. Okay, so that's an honorable mention. So here's my second one. Honorable mention. The Nuggets got 2 second-round picks, and the Clippers got Bones Highland.
This could be a very sneaky pick for the Clippers. The problem is Bones Highland got traded 1 for character issues and 2 because his defense is god-awful. The good news, if the team is healthy, he's next to Kawhi and PG. His defense isn't going to shine that much, isn't going to be needed as much, and he can play offensively his game, and he's a very talented offensive player. Mm-hmm. Let him develop, gives him time to develop that defensive. Tyronn Lue is good at getting the best defense out of players. He's really good at that.
Agreed. Which
I think the Nuggets giving him up for 2 second-round picks is wild, though. That means they wanted him off the roster.
Yeah, I thought that they were at least going to get like a first and a second for him.
Yeah,
or maybe even like 2 firsts, the way that the market has been.
Yeah, no, 2 seconds is wild. They clearly just want to get him off the market.
Okay, so that's it for my honorable mentions. So it's time to go into my top 5. Jakob Poeltl to the Raptors for Khem Birch, 2024 first and 2 second-round picks. And I think this surprised everyone because everyone thought that the Raptors were going to be sellers at the deadline. People thought they were going to trade away Siakam. They were going to get rid of OG Anunoby. But I feel like with the way the East is right now, I think they're realizing, because I'm pretty sure this happened after the Kevin Durant trade. So I think they finally realized that the East is wide open right now.
No, it's not. It's Boston's to win.
No, false. The Bucks are going to take it.
It's Boston's.
I mean, we'll get into that later. We'll get to that
at a later date when it's time to talk about it.
So what did you give this trade?
I think the Raptors didn't give up anything too crazy. Obviously, In a trade like this, it's how many firsts you can get. A first for Jacob Poeltl isn't too bad. I don't expect Khem Birch to stay in San Antonio for too long, and if he does, he's not going to do anything major.
Mhm.
2 second-round picks, maybe you can find a hidden gem with those. But at the end of the day, that trade, you're looking at the 2024 first-round pick that the Raptors gave up. If the Raptors don't figure it out, that's going to be a very sneaky. Is it protected?
I don't know. The only thing I could find that it was just a 2024 first.
Let me see.
I'm guessing it probably. I bet you it's like top like 15 protected, if anything.
Let me see what I can find. It says 2024 striking.
So I can't imagine they just give up an unprotected.
Yeah, it doesn't say if it's protected or not.
I'm sure it is because an unprotected pick for Jakob Pertl is crazy.
Oh, it's protected. It's a protected 2024 first.
What's it protected up to?
That is what I'm trying to figure out, but it is protected.
Okay. But no, I think this fills up a hole that the Raptors needed to fill up. They haven't had a solid big since Gasol because they've been running Siakam. I mean,
Siakam is just not naturally a center, so I agree with what you're saying.
They have Achua, but he's like 6'10", so he's pretty small for the center position.
Again, he's better at the 4.
Yeah, and then like Khem Birch didn't play. Let's just be honest.
The problem is half-court offense is now the issue for the Toronto Raptors.
I mean, from what you've been saying for how long, Van Vliet's having a down year.
It's not a down year. It's not a down year. Don't let the first half of the second of last year fool you. He's been a down player since the finals. He was meant to replace Kyle Lowry, and he's failed at replacing Kyle Lowry. I want you to understand that.
Yep, agreed. I mean, I know what you're saying, but his numbers have been down.
Yes, when they're down and you've already been trash for so long, like I said, he deserved the All-Star last year. He was hooping last year. I was like, okay, maybe he's turning it around. He's starting to figure it out. Then he had the second half of last year, and he was god-awful.
Okay.
And we're seeing more of that this year.
Gary Trent, I mean, he's a sniper. I thought they were going to deal him at least. Siakam's not really a scorer, and OG's just going to play lockdown defense.
OG's a good lockdown, and he's good on the catch and shoot. He's still struggling with creating his own shot, and that's the issue. That's why I didn't understand how big the OG hype was. Granted, it's hard to find a player of his tools and his caliber and what he brings to the table. But I feel like 3 first-round picks, I'm not giving up for a player that can't create his own shot. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think it depends on what team he goes to, though. Like
I'm being very honest when I said I'd give up 3 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges way before I give it up for OG Anunoby.
Yeah, I mean, the Grizzlies were trying their damnedest to get at least someone that can play.
I mean,
defense on the wing.
They need a wing. If you're gonna win the West right now, you need a defensive wing to guard Kevin Durant.
LeBron James. I mean, like it's, or even like Anthony Davis too. Like literally anyone.
That's more you need a post defender.
True, but I mean, AD can play the 4 though. So I mean, it depends.
He can, but he's not gonna stretch the floor or anything like that. He's gonna play more interior.
Yeah, which I think he needs to bring it out a little bit, but it's not.
It's all in his jump shot at the end of the day.
Yeah. So that's my number 5. Number 4. Bucks, Pacers, Nets. So the Bucks get Jay Crowder, the Pacers get George Hill, Ibaka, Jordan Nwora, 3 second-round picks, and the Nets get 2 seconds.
The Nets at this point were looking for draft capital. I think Nwora to the Pacers is a sneaky good pickup.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Jordan Nwora's game. I don't think he's a superstar in any sense, but he can definitely hoop when given the opportunity to.
The Pacers are looking scary, though.
The Pacers are building a nice core, but they just need that him piece next to Halliburton.
And I think that's all going to come around with development. And I think that guy in a couple of years is going to be Benedict Mathurin.
He can be, or he also can be in this draft class. This is a really nice draft class. So they can get like an Amen Thompson.
Yeah.
Or Tariq Whitehead.
The biggest part of the deal is that the Bucks are filling in that piece that they've been missing since the championship run. They had PJ Tucker. They had that guy that could stretch the floor, knock down the three, and play defense. And then now they traded for Jay Crowder, who won it out for the longest time, or this entire year. He can stretch the floor and he can play defense.
Very iffy on the stretch the floor part. Very. As a Heat fan who saw him shoot his hottest for his career, very streaky shooter, very iffy on if he can stretch the floor. When he gets hot, he gets hot.
Mhm.
But when he's cold, don't defend him.
I mean, watching the Lakers-Bucks game last night, they were cold in the first half.
Yeah, like Jay Crowder isn't the shooter that's gonna turn around the team shooting. He can defend though. I'm not gonna take his defense away from him. He can absolutely destroy a lot of fours defensively. He's a player that a team would love to have. But stretching the floor has always been his issue. He's never been a strong shooter outside of that 1 year of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably give you a 35% clip at best.
But here's the thing, though. He's not like you have Drew Holiday, you have Chris Middleton, you have Giannis, you have Brook Lopez, you have your 4 scoring options right there. I don't think Jay Crowder is being brought in to take a big offensive role. I think he's just coming in to play defense at this point.
The thing with the Bucks is that their depth doesn't convince me.
I mean, yeah, you had to get rid of Nwora. I mean, Ibaka didn't play.
The Bucks
George
were
Hill,
this year.
he didn't play.
No,
I
no,
mean,
I'm saying,
I mean,
he didn't play
you see
because
what-
he was not good when he was playing.
And then George Hill, which backup point guard, but I mean, it's whatever.
what's-
But
what's
shout
the
out
depth
George Hill
looking like?
George Hill back in Indiana. Shout out to that day.
Pat Connaughton is streaky. He has good moments. He has bad moments.
Mhm.
Grayson Allen, he's a respectable shooter.
Agreed.
Who else do they have for depth piece? Bobby Portis, obviously, when he
Yeah.
comes back healthy. Very energetic off the bench. I'm not going to hate on that piece.
I think the Bucks only run like an 8-9 man rotation though.
I know, but like, it's not depth that goes, ooh. You know what I'm
Chris
saying?
Middleton. We can't forget about Chris Middleton either.
That's a starter, but that's not depth. That's a starter.
Well, he's coming off the bench right now.
He's on the bench because he's getting healthy, but that's a starter.
So their starting lineup is looking like
It's probably going to be Drew,
Chris, Giannis,
Chris.
Brooke. Chris Middleton's going to start
at the
down the
2.
line. Well,
No, I know Chris Middleton will start, but at the 2?
Oh no, I'm just listing. It's like, I mean, obviously he's gonna be the 3, but I'm just listing off like, okay.
No,
those are the
actually, you might
starters.
be onto something. It could be Drew, Chris, Giannis, Crowder,
That could be, yeah.
Brooke.
I mean,
It could be. You might be onto something actually with him at the 2.
but like, I would rather prefer Jay Carter to come off the bench though.
Remember,
but-
he didn't. His big thing was he wanted to start. That's why he requested out of Phoenix.
But here's the thing, or another thing I could really think of. Why don't the Bucks bring Chris Middleton off the bench? Play him big minutes off the bench. When
I mean,
Giannis goes to the,
at the end of the day, your starting lineup doesn't mean much. Your
it's-
units matter more, and who ends the game matters way
yeah,
more. I
which
think
was
being a starter in the NBA is a very overrated thing.
agreed.
I think if you close games, if you're a closer.
But I mean, I honestly for the Bucks, I'll give them a B plus for this deal. I think giving up Nwora sucked, and giving up 5 second-round picks part of the deal.
I mean,
I
unless
think-
they're able to win now.
What honestly, I don't even know what the Nets are even doing in this trade.
Just getting picks, vibing. I think they traded a pick. Might be wrong.
Probably. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense for them to be in it then. But so number 3, obviously, D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt to the Lakers. The T-Wolves get Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, a 2024, 25, and 26 second-round pick. And then the Jazz get Westbrook, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Damian Jones, and a 2027 first.
All right. The Jazz clearly were only looking at one thing:
First-round picks.
the first round pick.
Yeah.
They literally saw first round pick attached to their name. They knew they weren't going to re-sign Vanderbilt. Beasley, if you get a first round pick for Vanderbilt and Beasley, that's not too bad. And they knew Mike Conley needed to get out for cap reasons.
Mm-hmm.
They knew they got the first. They're gonna buy out Westbrook. I assume JT.
Ooh, I don't know about that because from the sound of it, Westbrook doesn't mind staying in Utah.
He doesn't mind, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess if you can have him finish the year out and then clear your books entirely, it's not a bad option for Utah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's weird that he said that, considering the fact that he's had a lot of issues with Utah fans in the past.
Yeah. Well, think about this too. The Clippers, they traded away Reggie Jackson. They traded away John Wall. They're expecting Paul George was recruiting Russell Westbrook to come to the Clippers. But from the reports, it sounds like even if Westbrook gets bought out, it doesn't even sound like he's even going to go there.
It's the Heat or the Bulls, which I find kind of fishy. I don't know. I feel like the Clippers should be the obvious option for him. But I get, you know what? He might just be cooked by the LA media.
Yeah. Which I think he in Chicago's not going to be any better though.
There's a huge difference between that and Laker media, though. Laker media is a different level.
But honestly, for this, I was surprised when this deal went down.
Someone said Rob Pelinka found out how to do Trade Finder.
Exactly.
Pelinka was cooking. I can't lie. If you give up, all you're giving up here is Westbrook and a draft pick.
Westbrook, JTA, and Damian Jones and a first-round pick.
All you're giving up is Westbrook and a draft pick. All you're giving up is Westbrook and a draft pick, and you get D'Lo, who isn't a bad point guard to have. Can shoot off the ball, shoot off ball really well, score off ball really well. Last year, he had a great defensive year. If he can bring that effort back defensively to the Lakers, that's a huge bonus to what he can already contribute on the board. He has a respectable play vision. Can score on ISO when need to. He's not a bad third option in this modern NBA where you don't need 3 stars, but you need more depth.
That's honestly what I think the Lakers are trying to do. I don't think they were trying. Granted, they were trying to get Kyrie to be the third star, but I prefer to have AD and LeBron and a whole bunch of good role players.
That's how you won the first wing.
That's how they won. Exactly.
I think that's a good pickup. Malik Beasley is another off-ball scorer, can provide scoring in the second unit. You definitely need those players like that. And I would assume Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura as your 4s.
3 and 4. Or even you can run 1 and 2.
I would assume one runs the 3 or the 4. I guess Rui can probably run the 3 at times, but I wouldn't expect too many minutes where Rui and Vanderbilt are together.
See, I like the lineup that we're thinking, though, right now. So this is my projected Lakers starting lineup. You got Russell, Beasley, LeBron, either Vanderbilt or Hachimura, and then Anthony Davis. You got length. You got length at the 4 and the 5.
You know what?
You
know what? I'd probably start Dennis Schroeder, have him play the combo guard, which is where he thrives at best, and have Malik Beasley as your scoring go-to scorer off the bench. Because I think you do need a go-to scorer off the bench.
I mean, I don't mind that either, because then you got Reeves, Lonnie Walker, Malik Beasley all off the bench, and then you're gonna have Hachimura,
one of Rui or Vanderbilt. Yeah, I think that's the best lineup possible.
Which, if the Lakers are smart, they start Vanderbilt to make him happy, and then re-sign him in the offseason.
Yeah, I think Rui can thrive on the 6-man role.
Because dude, I'm not gonna. The Lakers are 6 games out of the 6th seed or whatever. I mean,
it's possible for them. Look, it is very possible for them to finish outside the play-in in the playoffs.
I mean, I'm not gonna suspect anything. I haven't seen these 3 guys. Plus, they got Mo Bamba. They got Devon Reed.
Sneaky pickup, by the way, off the bench.
Dude, the Lakers are looking nice.
Ooh. Another lineup possibility. If you really need it,
go big with Mo Bamba at the 5 and put AD at the 4.
And then you could put either Rui or Vanderbilt at the 3. Maybe Rui at the 3. I think Rui fits the 3 better. Hold up.
Yeah.
You could put D'Lo at the 2 and have LeBron at the 1.
See, this is something I'm thinking about too. So when the Lakers won their last championship, who was their point guard? Who was their starting point guard?
Rondo came off the bench.
It was LeBron. It was LeBron. LeBron was the starting point guard. Obviously, you had Avery Bradley and Danny Green, but
Those are my point
LeBron ran it. He ran the offense like how he should all the time. So what happens if you decide to go big and you go LeBron, Russell, Vanderbilt, AD, Mobamba?
I think Rui probably fits better at the 3 than Vanderbilt just because of the game he brings. I think probably fits the 3 better than Vanderbilt. I feel like if you're gonna play Vanderbilt, it has to be the 4 or the 5.
And the thing about Rui though, he loves LA. Who doesn't
Dude.
love LA?
He's enjoying it right now. He's been playing really well for them.
He's gonna resign. I mean, like I have that feeling that there's no way Rui leaves. I think the biggest thing is you need to keep Russell happy and you need to keep Vanderbilt happy. Those are the 2 guys you need to keep happy. Or this trade was for nothing. Then.
All right, we also got to talk about the T-Wolves situation. I think the T-Wolves were looking to build up some draft capital. Obviously, second-round picks went for nothing in this draft class, so in this trade deadline. So clearly, adding second-round picks was a good move if you're going to make a move in the summer. Mike Conley was a necessary get because D'Angelo Russell had no chemistry with Rudy Gobert, and it showed massively. Mm-hmm. Not that Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert had great stretches chemistry-wise, but they had a lot better chemistry than D'Lo. Mike Conley and Anthony Edwards are probably going to be a way better fit than D'Lo and Anthony Edwards were. They're a negative fit together. And I just think Mike Conley is that presence, that veteran presence at point guard that team desperately was looking for.
Agreed. I mean, I like it. I like Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He didn't play much this year. He hasn't really been playing much.
We expected him a lot more, yeah.
He looked super nice on the Pelicans before they shipped him to Portland, and then Portland shipped him to Utah.
Yeah, but Nickeil Anderson, he's going down that Jay Crowder mold of getting traded every year right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like him, and then obviously they get 3 consecutive second-round picks for years.
That's stuff you can move.
Okay, so I give this. So I'm gonna give the Lakers a B for this. The T-Wolves, I'm gonna give them a B-, and then the Jazz, they're gonna get a C.
I say B+ Lakers, B Timberwolves, B Jazz. The Jazz wanted a draft pick. That's all they really wanted.
They have 15
and they have a good chance to clear up cap space for when Westbrook. Their players are developed. Yes. Yep.
So number 2, I'm sure you can already guess it. Kyrie to the Mavs.
The issue is I just don't know how Kyrie and Luka fit. They're both very strong isolation players. I know he just came off of working with Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant, the Nets system after the coaching change was not ISO based at all.
And Kyrie flourished.
And Kyrie flourished when it was not ISO based. This is an ISO based team. So I'm thinking of it like the Nets last year, which was not a pleasant offense to watch, even if they're 3 of the most talented NBA players to ever grace the floor were isolating the whole time. I don't want to see that. It's not going to be winning basketball anymore. Luka Doncic, for as great of a player he is, and he's absolutely top 5 player in the NBA at this point. I think that's undisputed, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just think he's a strong ball handler. He plays very ISO-ish. And I think a lot of the depth that the Mavs had previously gets diminished anyways. I like Dorian Finney-Smith over Tim Hardaway Jr. a lot. I think losing him is going to hurt. Dinwiddie, obviously, is not going to hurt because you replace him with Kyrie Irving. That's a huge different story. But he was having the best stretch of his career in Dallas because he was god-awful in the Washington Wizards, and he was very overrated in Brooklyn the first time.
Yeah. I think this trade all goes down based on I want to see what Markieff Morris can do again. I saw him, what he did in LA on that championship run, and the year after that. He was a great role player, 3-and-D type guy coming off the bench. Great. He went to Miami. He got hurt. Jokic gave him whiplash, and somehow he was out for like 6 months.
Okay, the story behind that, I don't know if you know the story behind that. The thing is, in 2018, when he was in Washington, he messed up his neck really bad. Okay. And I guess when Jokic hit him, that brought back a lot of the injuries and the strain and the stress into the neck. That's why he was out for so long last year. It wasn't necessarily the whiplash. It's just that he re-aggravated the injury that happened in 2018.
Okay. And then, like, I mean, Kyrie, I mean, the thing is, I think that what people are misunderstanding about Kyrie and Luka, everyone's saying it's iso ball, but like Kyrie played well in this is like he played well in
Also-
Brooklyn with that. And even when he was with LeBron, he played very well. And this is what I think the Mavs should do. I think they should run them as spurts. So obviously have them both start, sit one of them, have the other one go, put the other one back in, and then just do it consistently like that throughout the game, and then obviously end with them. The question is, who's going to take the final shot if it comes down to it? I think whoever has the hot hand, and I think you give it a little bit of edge to Luka since he's your centerpiece of the future.
Going to what you said about what was I had a point. I had a point to something that you said.
By the
That,
way,
like,
anyways, I still think Kyrie is a Laker next offseason. Just saying.
The issue with the Mavs is that team is not deep at all. That team is one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA at the current moment. Adding Kyrie isn't going to fix your defensive issues.
Agreed.
Luka Doncic isn't a strong defender.
No.
You just traded your best point of attack / wing defender in Dorian Finney-Smith, and you're hoping that Tim Hardaway Jr. can replace that. Which he's not a bad defender, but he's not good either.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree with everything you're saying, but I think along the fact of Finney-Smith wasn't being who the Mavs thought he was going to be.
He wasn't at all. Offensively, he wasn't the best player in the world. But it's also the system they were running in which it's Luka holding the ball for like 20 seconds.
But here's the thing, though. I don't think Finney-Smith was meant to be a guy that could catch and make his own shot. I think he was.
He's not a shot creator for sure.
He's not. He's meant to stand by the 3-point line, cut to get wide open layups, or hit the three. But his 3-point percentage his 3-point shot never developed into a consistent base. I think he's shooting like 32%.
I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying. I just think his defense was too good to not have him on court.
Okay, agreed. So going on to my last deal, which Thursday morning, and what time was that?
1 in the morning, because I was about to go to sleep. I was right about to go to sleep.
So it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. By the way, I should have been sleeping out, but I was watching Harry Potter. Shout out. Harry Potter goated. Honestly, like, I was not expecting this. This reminded me of Kawhi going to LA to play for the Clippers. No one had any idea. The Nets came out and said that they weren't willing to trade away Kevin Durant, or they weren't ready to. But obviously, Kevin Durant needs to jump to a team that's good. I think it's provenly honest right now. So Kevin Durant.
Brooklyn did the right thing. Trade Kevin Durant. Reset. You have so much draft capital off of this trade. You have the Mavs pick. The only issue is that everything you trade, you have the Sixers picks. The problem is you don't have your own picks now.
Yeah, they're all in Houston.
They're all in Houston's favor.
So the Suns got Kevin Durant and T.J. Warren, but the Nets got Mikal Bridges. Obviously, they got Jay Crowder, which they eventually shipped to Milwaukee.
That's what Brooklyn was doing in the trade.
I don't know why I was forgetting about that. The only 2 players I think about in this deal are Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, which I believe are phenomenal role players. Phenomenal.
I don't think Mikal Bridges is a role player. I think he could be the third piece to a championship team.
We'll see about that. But
I mean, he reached the finals as a third piece. Well, I guess Aiden was technically a third piece.
4 first-round picks, which is, I believe, 23, 25, 27, 29. And then a 28 pick swap. All unprotected besides that pick swap. I don't know. Like, honestly,
Brooklyn got a good haul. I'm not going to lie to you. Obviously, when you trade someone like Kevin Durant, you're looking at draft picks. 4 unprotected first-round picks is a W in any case situation.
Agreed.
You also get Mikal Bridges, who can get you more draft picks if you trade him in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I like Cam Johnson's game a lot. I think he's a really good underrated 4. I think if you can move him, good for it. If you can keep him, I'd also keep him. And obviously, you flipped Jay Crowder for draft picks, for second-round picks.
So I think throughout the deadline, the Nets got Mikal, Johnson, 4 firsts, a pick swap, and then what was it? It was
2 seconds.
2 second-round picks. That's a haul and a half right there.
And whatever they got for the Kyrie trade as well.
Yeah, Finney Smith, Dinwiddie,
Another
and
first.
29 firsts and 2 second-round picks. So they got technically 6 first-round picks and then 4 seconds plus Dinwiddie, Finney Smith, Mikal, Cam Johnson. That's crazy. But I know you're gonna call me crazy for this. You're gonna call me absolutely crazy for this. I don't see the Suns winning the championship. I can see them coming out of the West, but I don't. But my issue is, will Chris Paul stay healthy? CP0. Devin Booker's been hurt with a hamstring. He just came back, so they're taking it super slow with him. And then obviously Kevin Durant has had very bad knee issues the last 3 years. So here's the question. And then DeAndre Ayton, everyone thinks that he's taking the next step up. Last night, he had 12 and 4. In a game where he could have went off for 30 and 15. He's so inconsistent of a center.
Twitter fans. So those dumb motherfuckers that were saying DeAndre Ayton is a better center than Bam Adebayo, suck a dick.
Bam did put up 38 and 15 the other night.
38-9.
But am I crazy for saying that? Thinking that the Suns?
You're right about the injury issues, and I do think when you have a team like this, you have to look at the injury history. I think that was a big reason why I was never scared of the Nets. A lot of people looked at me crazy when I said James Harden, Kyrie, and Durant wasn't going to work. Kyrie's always hurt. Durant's been injured a lot. Harden's leg.
Yep.
Injuries do play a factor, and I think a team like this, you have to look at it, injuries. I think healthy, they definitely win. They definitely make it out of the West. It's scary when you have Devin Booker and KD who can create their own shot, play make, create for others. Offensively, that's not a really gifted duo. And you have Chris Paul at point guard. That's very scary when healthy. Because Chris Paul can create, he's one of the best play creators probably ever.
Yeah. It's
a very scary duo. Defensively, we'll see. I'd assume Torrey Craig becomes the point of attack defender. He'd probably start at the 3. I'd
probably
assume
the 4. I don't know.
No, I think Kevin Durant will probably start at the 4.
So
remember, nowadays the old small forward is the modern power forward.
Yeah.
For people like Durant and LeBron, I think you can play LeBron the power forward and LA with the current lineups too. Who knows? But I think Durant will probably play the 4. Torrey Craig will probably play the point of attack. Durant will probably be the secondary defender. Durant is a very underrated defender. I just want to point this out. I feel like nobody gives defensively his respect.
I mean,
very slept on defender. Very slept on defender.
If you watch, granted, I don't watch Kevin Durant as much as some people probably do, but most of the games I watch, his defense isn't bad. It's not
a defender where I'd like to put him at the point of attack and defend the best player on the other team, but he's a player that I'm comfortable defending the second and third matchup.
I wouldn't put him against Giannis. I wouldn't put him against LeBron or anyone like that.
He could definitely guard LeBron. I wouldn't say he'd lock up LeBron or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, but I think I wouldn't be pissed off if that was my matchup.
I mean, you saw in 3 finals where LeBron and KD faced off against each other, and obviously Kevin Durant. Oh, the first time in 2012, LeBron cooked. He cooked.
That was a different time.
2017, obviously LeBron cooked. He averaged a triple-double. But Kevin Durant also cooked too. So
the two. Look, this is an era defined by LeBron and Durant at the end of the day.
And Curry. And then soon it's going to be Jokic, Giannis, and Luka. Let's be honest.
And Wemby.
We'll see. We'll see. He's not even in the league yet. We can't. We
And
can't
Wemby,
get
trust
too
me, and Wemby. I'm watching his footage. Wemby is scary.
Okay.
As long as he stays healthy, it's scary.
Which when's the last time we saw an actual 7+ footer be healthy their entire career? I mean,
Well, it
look
can
at Chet
happen.
Holmgren.
No, okay. At least Wemby is putting on weight. He jumped from 180 to 220. He's putting on weight. Remember, he's also a 19-year-old with that stupid fast metabolism that doesn't stop.
Chet Holmgren, first game he ever
No,
played.
I agree. But Chet Holmgren also went, I don't need to gain weight. He was
True.
at 175.
Okay.
Wemby
fair
at
enough,
least
fair
put on
enough.
weight from 180 to 220. He's probably going to jump into the league at 235. And once he gets an NBA trainer like that, he can jump to 250, 260.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess we'll have to see what happens.
We have to see it happen, of course. But if he jumps to 260, it's scary.
True. So, who is a threat to the Suns in the West?
You got to throw up LA. LA's absolutely killing it. You
Both.
can't
Both. Are we talking about both or just one?
The Lakers.
Clippers.
The
So-
Clippers, they don't have a point guard anymore. We got to see if Russell Westbrook goes there. We got to see what happens with that situation. We also got to see how Kawhi and PG's health holds up.
Hold on, I need to see. Hold on.
Obviously, you can
I
say the
don't
same for the Lakers with AD, but
I mean,
trust the
they're-
Lakers to stay healthy. I think if AD goes down, you can play Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura. Like, you're fine.
Yeah.
And you have Mo Bamba.
and you have the vampire out of the locker room.
Like, yeah, I think they feel the depth in those situations better than you could hope for. Obviously, it's hard to replace AD's production when AD's healthy, but I think you feel it to the best of your abilities, realistically.
I mean, yeah, you got Russell, Beasley, Vanderbilt, Bamba, and Devon Reed. I think that's the best, and they have an open roster spot for a
buyout.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have said keep an eye out for Kevin Love, but obviously he's not going to bought out now.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens with that. I think Reggie Jackson would be a good pickup, but it
Reggie
sounds
Jackson lacks brain cells sometimes.
But Reggie Jackson sounds like he's going to the Suns. Which, if you're any old vet now, the Suns are just going to stock up on old vets now, vet minimums for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
But okay, since I want to keep this going real quick, because I do want to talk about the NFL, the Super Bowl.
We have to talk about the Super Bowl at some point.
So here is my last. It's not a trade, but my winners/losers. So I mean, just take a look. I mean, I got the Lakers that are winners, the Suns, and the Nets, all as winners. Fair enough. I mean, am I forgetting anyone really?
Maybe the Bucks.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the Bucks. I think maybe I'm forgetting the Clippers. The Clippers made a couple very good moves. They got
Very underrated moves. Very underrated moves, by the way.
Plumlee, Bones Highland. I mean, a lot of good pickups. But those are my winners. My losers. This is gonna hurt you. I got the Miami Heat.
That doesn't hurt me. I know we're losers.
So the Miami Heat. I have the Memphis Grizzlies.
I agree. They whiffed on both Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. If they were gonna win the West, I think if they added one of these two players, they had a shot at winning the West. But they did not. They failed. They whiffed on Anunoby. They whiffed on Mikal Bridges, which I think now becomes who at the wing can guard a Durant, who on the wing can guard. Because Dillon Brooks is not guarding Durant or LeBron. I like Dillon Brooks' defense. He's a very good defender. I think he's
dirty as
completely
hell.
useless on offense.
Dirty as hell. That's all I
He's a
got to
dirty
say.
player.
about
I'm
him.
not going to deny that. But I do think he's a good defender.
Who's more dirty, Grayson Allen or Dillon Brooks?
It's been a while for Grayson Allen. He's due.
Well, last year he literally almost
Yes,
killed.
that's what I'm saying.
Alex
It's been a
Caruso.
while. That's what I'm saying. It's been a while.
And then lastly, my last losers for my loser list, I got the Golden State Warriors.
What was that whole Sadiq Bey thing? Like, they should have just kept Sadiq Bey.
I don't know.
I don't know why he didn't keep Sadiq Bey.
But so
I got another loser for you.
okay.
Portland.
Oh, we're not there yet though.
Oh, we have
Because
something to talk about Portland.
Because the trade between the Warriors, the Blazers, the Pistons, and I believe it was the Hawks? Were the Hawks part of that deal?
I know what you're talking about,
But that trade might get vetoed now.
yeah. Because of
Due to the Portland Trailblazers,
G-
that shitty ass organization who is ruining Damian Lillard's career was playing Gary Payton II with severe abdominal injury.
I'm sorry. Little rant. How incompetent of a front office do you have to be to have a premier 3-point shooting point guard in this NBA and not be able to build around him?
They let LaMarcus Aldridge walk, and then that was just the downhill after that.
These motherfuckers were talking about they want James Wiseman. Why? That doesn't fit the timeline. That doesn't fit anything.
No,
His
James-
play style didn't work with Steph Curry. Why would it work with Dame?
No, James Wiseman goes to the Pistons.
No, I know, but they wanted him, is what I'm saying.
Oh. I mean, I guess to back up Nurk, but who knows?
Nurk does not even fit the roster either.
Exactly.
Like, you're literally getting players that don't fit Damian Lillard. Bro, your two needs to be a defensive two to make up for Damian Lillard's mistakes on defense. Because Damian Lillard isn't a good defender, let's be honest here.
Yep.
It should be a strong two. Like, a Dylan Brooks fits this team.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah. And then you have to have a perimeter wing, which you have with Jeremy Grant. I think that works. That works. Maybe you want someone a bit better than him. Someone like, I don't know, OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges. But it works with Jeremy Grant. That's a good pickup. But then, who's your starting four?
I don't even know. Unless they're running Jeremy at the 4.
I hope not.
Because it's Dame, Simons, Grant, Nurk. I don't know who the 4 is, honestly.
Like, why do you trade Josh Hart? Why wasn't Josh Hart starting in the first place?
Yeah, that was a finesse deal.
No, Portland needs to be investigated, bro. That's a money laundering scheme, bro. There's no way.
So let's see here. Oh, so they're starting Drew Eubanks, it looks like, at the 4.
He's not a bad player, but he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit.
Well, hold on. They just the Blazers. They just got Matisse Thybulle, though. Think about that, though.
If he's not playing the 2, I don't want it.
Matisse Thybulle, he I guess he kind of fills in that role, that defensive player, but
he's so bad offensively.
Yeah, I mean, do you see the highlight of him following, who is it, like Trae Young in the Eastern Conference Finals like 2-3 years ago, in like the last like 5 seconds? But no, the Warriors, they choked. They drafted James Wiseman. They thought he was
trading James Wiseman for multiple second-round picks is a fucking L.
Yeah, exactly. They thought he was going to fit the system. They thought they could either back him up.
They should have gotten LaMelo.
Yeah, they should have. They could have either backed him up behind Looney or put Looney on the bench. You could have done either or. He failed. You traded him for 5 second-round picks, and you know what's probably going to happen? They're probably not going to get rid of him because that mofo is coming back to Golden State. Unless the Warriors really like Gary Payton and they're willing to have him sit out for the next 3 months. I think it all depends on what the Golden State Warriors want to do, but if Wiseman goes back, that's not looking good. It's not, because that's just going to ruin the chemistry. And even Draymond Green went on his podcast and said that he just didn't fit the championship system. He didn't have that championship mentality. Golden State, you took a massive L.
Yeah, Golden State is not going back to back.
The Grizzlies should have gotten OG and Mikal. The Warriors should have tried to go get OG or Mikal too, but they failed.
If the Warriors got OG, that would have been scary.
Honestly, I think they should have offered up Wiseman for OG plus draft capital. I thought that would be a lot better deal than what the Grizzlies could have gave
I
him.
don't. When they got Sadiq Bey, I'm like, okay, that works, that fits.
But then they shipped him.
But then they shipped him, and I was like, why?
I don't know.
Like Sadiq Bey was a lot better than what you're gonna get for multiple second-round picks, most likely.
True.
I just don't know what they were trying to do.
But is it fair to say this has been the most craziest deadline?
Definitely
long
up there. Definitely up there.
That is my presentation. It took me a solid 20 minutes to make.
All right, quickly, let's run the Super Bowl talk real quick.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's not fail this week.
I mean, we
First player, I think we should go with
MVP Patrick Mahomes.
Offensive Player of the Year, Justin Jefferson.
Oh.
We can go Patrick Mahomes. I'm okay with it.
Quarterback in the AFC. They should be.
So they're not in the AFC West, so we can knock out
Trevor
Herbert. We can go Trevor Lawrence.
Big T up.
AFC South. I think we should go with David Mills.
No, number. Has to be bigger than 16. Ryan Tannehill.
Hey, we're so much better at the NFL one, but okay. So I think obviously we spent most of the time talking about obviously the NBA, but I think we can give I think we can quickly go over some Super Bowl predictions real quick.
Definitely can.
So reports are that so I don't remember the exact stat it was, but it was, I think, every single quarterback that won MVP since
Not quarterback. Any player that's won MVP
player?
since 1999 has failed to win the Super Bowl. That includes Tom Brady twice. Remember, this man has 3 Super Bowl losses.
Tom Brady
7
twice.
rings. 2 times.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has never won an MVP and made the Super Bowl.
No. I'm saying that he failed.
Peyton Manning twice. Kurt Warner once. Sean Alexander once. Matt Ryan. Shout out Matt Ryan.
So yeah, no, I mean,
yeah.
So that leans one way. So that's one bad motto that the Chiefs have right now. Number 2, there is an illness going around the Chiefs team right now, where Mahomes said he's not feeling well, Chris Jones says he's not feeling well, and all of that. So that is not looking good. So the favors are going towards the Chiefs right now, or going towards the Eagles.
The city of Philadelphia is gonna riot.
But how can you not choose my homeboy, Patrick Mahomes? Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, 31-26.
All right.
Actually, no, 26 is an odd number. Let's make it 27. 27. No, 21-30. 21-30. Change my mind. 21-30.
All right.
21-30.
So I like to think which team has the best defense.
I think it's clearly that the Eagles have the best defense, better defense.
Well, the Eagles are the better defense. Offensive line, that goes to Kansas City. Slightly. Because the Eagles' O-line does not play. Who has the better running backs? Eagles. But they're both trash.
I mean, I wouldn't say Isaiah. Oh, it was Isaiah Pacheco.
He's not better than Miles Sanders, though.
Yeah, and then I think Chris. Who is it? Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean, he
doesn't play. It'd probably be
Whoa, he's off of IR now.
I don't think he plays much. Who has the better receivers? He's the Eagles. AJ Brown and was good. That's clearly leans towards the Eagles.
Who has the better quarterback?
I mean, that's Mahomes. Mahomes is a better quarterback, but Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback.
Who has the better head coach?
Andy Reid has the better history, but Andy Reid also has a history of choking in the playoffs.
But I think he has a very. I think he's very motivated because he's playing against the Eagles. Since
He
he's
is.
the coach.
Nick Sirianni isn't a slouch. He might be a easy to hate douchebag, but he's not a slouch.
No.
He's a very good head coach. Look, I mean, he took the Eagles first year when the team wasn't really like that, made an elite defense out of it, and then almost beat the Bucks at home at Tampa.
Tampa Bay,
Bay.
which he officially retired.
Yes,
Officially.
thank God. And then the following year, he follows this year up with the best record in football. He follows it up with
tied for the best record.
Oh, Travis Kelce is the best tight end in football. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I lean towards the Eagles. I can't lie to you.
I would also like to say, McCole Hartman, he was put on IR last week, I think.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Yeah, with a pelvis injury. So, but again, how can you? Okay, I just want to say this. As much as I hate Jackson Mahomes and Pat's wife, as much as I hate
Pretty
them,
sure the city of Kansas City hates him too.
and them doing the gritty and them doing their TikTok dances or whatever. I don't know how you. I'm gonna go with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp's my guy. We're both LeBron lovers. Okay, that sounded really bad. We're both LeBron fans. Pause. I'm not gonna be like Cam Thomas and say whatever he said. But me and Shannon Sharp being LeBron fans, he's gonna choose my homeboy, so I'm gonna go with my homeboy. I think it's easy enough.
All right. No, I like Patrick Mahomes. I think it's funny how like Patrick Mahomes has such a not likable support system, but yeah, he's like one of the most likable quarterbacks in football.
I mean, yeah.
I find that hilarious personally, but I just think the Eagles are top down, slightly better team. I think. I just like this Philly team. I don't know.
Dude, okay. I'll say this though. I think this has been one of the closest Super Bowl matchups that we've had in a long time.
It's definitely up there or a toss up. Like I can, if Kansas City wins, I wouldn't be shocked. If the Eagles win, I wouldn't be shocked.
Because last year it was Rams Bengals, and
It was
The
pretty obvious the Rams were gonna win. Yeah.
the games were close. The game was close, but I think the Rams should have.
We all knew the Rams were gonna win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention Odell tore his ACL at the beginning of the game. That kind of slowed a little bit of the Rams' explosive offense. Not that it did much.
Yep. And then the year before that, it was Tampa and Kansas City, which Mahomes had turf toe, so wasn't really fair. Wasn't really healthy.
No, but that whole Kansas City team that week fell apart. I mean, you had Andy Reid's son, who was a coach, part of the coaching staff, got a DUI. I think a lot of the offensive line got injured that week, couldn't play the Super Bowl.
I think the
that
question
team
is,
fell apart that week.
how healthy is Kelce this week? He's had 2 weeks off.
Travis Kelce is going to play, and he's going to be a monster if he's injured or healthy. That doesn't matter. Travis Kelce is the best tight end in football. Historically, one of the best tight ends in football history. Just, he's him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's one of the best playoff performers ever.
Agreed. I still think that if Kelce isn't 100%, it's still a factor. And same with Mahomes. We don't know.
Mahomes, I mean, it's an ankle sprain. You know how long those last. Look at LeBron.
Yep.
All right.
But so I got the Chiefs. He's got the Eagles.
I think we'll see how that works out.
It's going to be a shorter pod tonight because,
for the record, we've been doing pods since the NBA Finals last year. So yes. June.
Kansas City has more experience in the Super Bowl. Damn straight.
I mean, yeah, but Andy Reid has more experience choking as well. Sadly, I would like to see. I wouldn't mind seeing the Kansas City Chiefs win. I prefer they would win over the Eagles, but I just think the Eagles are a better team.
But yeah, no, we do pods every Friday, or at least we, unless something comes up, then we normally do them on Thursday or Saturday, or who knows what happens.
Mostly Fridays.
But we are starting up TikToks though, so go check out our TikTok, the Casual Talk Pod, for updates and highlights and different little fun games that we do. But from Check the Rock to my boy Imano Perez from Mastermind Hoops for signing out. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.
See you, Space Cowboy.